Hi there, it's Janice here. I'm just getting set up. Just give me a moment. It's Janice here. Hi Jenny. I'm just getting set up. Just give me a moment. Just do. Hi Jenny. I'm just getting set up. Just give me a moment. Let me turn this back. That's better. I always forget to put my tablet on, my iPad on mute. How are you, Jenny? It's a bit late here tonight, but I just thought I just wanted to do a bit of inkiness, and I'm aware it's the end of National Tree Week in the UK, where traditionally it's a good time to plant trees, but I don't think it would have been today wouldn't have been a good day for planting trees because everything's frozen. You'd never be able to dig a hole, so I don't know if anyone has planted a tree today. Hi Louisa, I hope you're okay. It is quite late on a Sunday night. I probably should be going to bed, but I just had this idea. It's been, for a couple of weeks, it's been like raining non-stop, and then the last few days it's turned very cold. But the thing is, we've had some beautiful blue skies and some really colourful sunsets. Where are you, Jenny? Hi Linda. Where are you, Jenny? Where do you live? So I enjoy the winter skies. And I'm just going, and because it's National Tree Week, I thought I could pull out winter woods. I love this stand of trees here. So I'm just going to play with it. It's going to be messy. So if you don't like messy, all right. So wet in Kentucky. Okay. Hi, Jackie. So when you're saying good morning, Jackie, I take it you're over on Australia, New Zealand, that way? Anyway, here we go. So I've cut, this is just something I do quite often, play with ink and stamps. I love getting messy. So I have cut my card. I just cut myself a pile of card when I feel like playing. So I cut that, I do it in centimetres, so 10.1 centimetres by 14.4, because in the UK that fits. Where in Australia are you, Jackie? My son lives south of Perth. Oh, I'm using Stays On Jet Black. Recently re-inked that, so I'm going to be a bit careful. Where's my stamps? And so I'm just moving this. Oh, right on the other side, Victoria. On the east. Right, I'm just inking up my trees. I absolutely love this stamp set, the Winter Woods. Don't use it enough. And just thinking about it being the end of National Tree Week here in the UK, and seeing a beautiful sky today, late afternoon before the sun went down, the colours were amazing. I'm probably going to exaggerate that here, but hey, let's just, so basically what I'm going to do is stamp the stand of trees with the Stays On using my Stamparatus. I'll keep that there, actually, that just keeps it level. I'm using my Stamparatus for this particular reason, to make sure I can, the beauty of the Stamparatus. I don't know where I put my magnet. Oh yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. My magnet, look, it's been broken. I've had my Stamparatus since they first came out, but I was showing my daughter the other day. Hi Steph. I was showing my daughter the other day about the Stamparatus, because I think she would really like it. She enjoys stamping, and so I was showing her a bit, and I was showing her the two magnets, and I said to her, don't ever put the magnets together. And stupidly, while I was talking, I put them together, and well, lo and behold, that one snapped. So I demonstrated to her well and truly what might happen if you do that. So I'm just making sure I've got really good black trees. There we go. Probably over covered, but that's fine. That'll work for this picture, I think. So we'll get that out of there, and I'll just give this a quick wipe with the Stays On. Stays On does stain your stamps, and I've not got Stays On cleaner. I'm just taking the excess off. I will wash it in soapy water when I'm done, but I'm really okay with the black stain on my stamp. That just doesn't worry me at all. But I'm just going to pop that over. We might do another one in a little while. And I'm going to put the lid on the black for a wee while. I know, it's so typical of me to say, well, there's the other magnet. I'll put that underneath it before it gets lost. Well, my daughter certainly knows what might happen. So I wonder if I've got some scrap paper here actually. I think I've maybe overstamped this, to be honest. This is a wee bit thick, but we'll just go with it. So I'm going to take one of these amazing brushes. They're makeup blending brushes. I learned about these from Ruth of Artful Stamping. So let's hope that this has dried. Stays On takes a wee while to dry. I'm just making sure. I'm blowing on it to see if... I do have a heat tool. Then I also have my pretend heat tool. I can just go... That's it dry. If anyone went to Onstage or you've watched the Onstage videos, you'll get that joke. Okay, so let's go with it. So I'm going to have some orange in my sky in this picture. So I'm just picking up the ink and I'm just working it in. Really quite strong colours I'm going for here. It looks quite ridiculous at first, but when it's finished I think you'll like this look. Who else likes playing with ink? Hi Randy. Oh gosh, that's not so good. We're just cold and sunny just now. The good thing with this Stays On, because the Stays On is a solvent ink and all these other inks are water based, they don't mix, so it does resist the colour. So you, in this instance, so you can get your composition right, you can do your stamping first if you use the Stays On. Right, so I've got loads of, so I'm using, that's pumpkin pie. I'm going to bring in some melon mambo. This is pretty much an exaggerated sky. But it's winter, right? We need to cheer ourselves up. And I'm just playing. Well, it's freezing. It was freezing here all day. Wow, look at that melon mambo in my sky. That is fabulous. I didn't mean to put it straight on. I meant to take it off, the worst off on the paper first. But do you know what? We'll just blend it in. It will be fine. Right. So I think that's plenty melon mambo. For some reason I always end up saying melon mango. And then I'm going to work off the rest of that onto my paper. And then bring in Gorgeous Grape. And then again just my melon mambo pad and my paper pumpkin. My pumpkin pie pads are brand new. But my gorgeous grape I've been using for a while, it's needing a re-ink, but we can't get re-inkers at the moment in the UK. Hopefully soon. We have been having this customs problem, so hopefully we'll be able to get them soon. Otherwise I might be forced to just buy some new pads of certain colours. And bring it down over the other colours so you get a bit of blending. But this particular type of, it doesn't matter that much. I'm just Eastern America, you do tend to get some dreadful weather just now. I'm coming into Phoenix end of January, beginning of February. Linda, what sort of weather would I be expecting? Then we're actually going up to Sedona. So I think that's enough purple in there. I was taking note of the colours I saw in the sky tonight, although this is very exaggerated. And then I'm just going to take Night of Navy and just go around the edge of everything with the Night of Navy. And down to this bit. Yeah, I've been to Sedona before a few years ago, and we were there for a day, and we just always said we'd go back. So my hubby's running a half marathon there on the 1st of February. We'll go and see the Grand Canyon again and some other bits and touristy stuff, some canyons and stuff. We are in Phoenix for a couple of days. Any suggestions, Linda, what's good to do in Phoenix? Right, so that's that bit. Now you're going to be horrified with what I'm going to do next. Are you ready for this mess? I'm actually just going to take the pad and I'm going to have a silhouette background. I'm just kind of circulate till I get solid colour, because I want that sort of, I'm not wanting to put ground in here as such, just silhouette. Whoops. So I'm just wanting solid coverage. And then that just looks like a wee bit like some foliage. I do it rough. What do you think? Anybody like this? I don't know if it makes me think of real summer skies or winter skies. And if I was to pop that onto a plain black card, I'm just letting the ink dry. So I don't know whether we could try this with another tree. I know I quite like it. It's quite cheerful, isn't it? I don't know if we need just a bit more of the blue to frame it a wee bit here. Where's my Night of Navy? Just I know it's one of these kind of, yeah, so Randy, because it looks a bit like a photo, I was wondering whether to trim it and give it a white edge around it. I think I might actually. Oh, see me and my fingers. I'm going to be covered. Where's my trimmer? Let's have a... We'll have to... if I take a wee bit off this, I will have to go in with the ink again though. So if I go to 9.7 here. Take that by 14. Look at me, I've got ink everywhere. Yeah, I love getting messy. Did I knock you flying there? I knocked everything. Where's my wee pile of white card? Here we go. So if I stick that on there like that with the white bit, kind of looks more like an old-fashioned photograph, doesn't it? What do you think of that way? It stays on, works really well. Will we do another one? What if I do one with some greens and it might look like Northern Lights? Yeah, quite like it. We'll right, let's have a wee go and see if we can do the Northern Lights with it then. I'll get some greens and yellows. Right, what colours then? I do have the whole lot, so give me, what, 3, 4 greens and yellows? What would you like me to use? Or even a bit of blue could go in there. While I'll get the stamp apparatus. We'll just do the same composition with these trees. What greens would you tell me? What greens and yellows you want me to use? No, I've only got all the makeup box brushes I've got are this size. Come on then, greens and yellows, which ones do you want me to use? We want, right, Daffodil Delight, So Saffron, Mossy Meadow, Peacock. Oh, it's going to be a dark one then, is it? Okay, let's try it. There's nothing to lose. Right, I'm just going to get this inked up. We'll get the trees done and then we'll go and get the colours. Right, yeah, so we'll go for Peacock, Daffodil Delight and some Mossy Meadow. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to stamp my trees. See, every time I don't... Oops. I actually probably shouldn't have put more ink on. I probably should have just pressed down on the bit that it... But it worked okay on the other ones. Just this bit here that didn't. It's fine now though. There we go. That's it. Better give that a bit of a clean, or I'll have stays on everything. Okay. Jenny, you'll need to start doing videos and share your ideas, because you have some great ideas. Just let this dry a bit. Right, so where were we? Right, okay. I like a bit of... Right, we've got Old Olive, Daffodil Delight, Pretty Peacock. What other good? You'll not be getting perfection from me, Linda. I don't do perfection. I use the excuse I say I'm artistic. Right, where are we? What else did you want in there? Mossy Meadow. Where are you? Oh, here you are. Mossy Meadow. So we've got Peacock, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Daffodil Delight. We'll go with that. And let's see if I've got a clean brush. I've got another brand new brush in here. I think those ones are needing a bit of a wash. Right, so we're going to go with this one. And right, we'll see what happens here. There's lots of ways to do this and there's lots of interpretations of it. But I'm going to start off with my lighter. Yeah, maybe I would like a blue in there. Yeah, Louise, I think a blue would be good in there. Do you know what about balmy blue? Because I've not had balmy blue out in a while. It's one of my favourite colours. So I'm just going to go with that. Right, let's see what happens. I'm going to go for the yellow first. I'm going to get some yellow in the middle here. In fact, we'll go for a kind of mixed. So I'm going to do it that direction for some reason. I'm not. And oh, Jenny, I'll need to have a wee look then if you've posted a video. And sometimes you have to change your internet provider to get the speed. I changed my internet from, I don't know what it was, but the broadband, we changed it to digital and that made such a difference. Right, I'm going to pop a wee bit of balmy blue in at the side of the yellow and over the yellow and blending them in together a wee bit. But I have got streaks, but when we're done it won't matter because I'm not really cleaning the brush in between, I'm just yeah. But do you know what, when we changed from fibre, whatever it was we had, to digital, it actually for some reason our provider brought the price down. So just put in some what have I got? Old Olive. Some streaks of Old Olive in. I'm not really thinking about this too much. I'm just sticking it all in. Might need a bit more yellow in the middle, I think. And then I'm going to go for a bit of Mossy Meadow. I'm going to start doing some round the edges as well. But we'll just put some blobs of it in here. And then I'm just going to start bringing this may or may not work, do you know? You never know. But I love the trees in silhouette and I love this stand of winter trees, so we can only play. And you know, before I'm going to do any more on this, I'm actually going to trim this down because I did like the white frame around the other one. I think I'll finish them all that way. So let me just trim this before I get it inky. It's got the different trimmer out. I like both trimmers out tonight. It's because I usually keep them both at that side. Right, let's just... So a mossy meadow I'm bringing in around the edges. There's a bit of me thinking Granny Apple Green would make some really good Northern Lights, really good flashy colours. I think we need to get a bit more yellow in here in the middle. To find one that's... Just needing to take the colour off this and then get more, bit more yellow. Just want it to be a bit brighter in the middle. I've lost my balmy blue, of course, but it's just because I've done that. But I now have a beautiful balmy blue coloured floor. How's about that? Well, what about we do... I'll just finish this one, and of course I've managed to get yellow on my balmy blue pad, so I'll need to give that a clean. I was trying to just get that smudge out. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to pop this aside and go back to my mossy meadow and bring it in around the edges. And then I'll be using the peacock. Just want you want the edges to be much darker, so that you're just seeing a wee peek in through the night sky to the Northern Lights. And then we'll come in with the I might just add a wee bit of purple actually, just or blue or something. Well, I'll just put a wee streak of purple in there, do you think? No, it's not going to, it's not really going to take, so we'll just go back to our, it's coming, isn't it, Randy? I'm going to put the peacock right around the edge and get a really dark edge. That's more like a sort of night sky. So you're going out in the dark to look at the Northern Lights when they're flashing in the sky. I'm wondering about some really brighter greens and yellows like pineapple punch and granny apple green, what effect that would maybe give. I'm getting stuck. That's it now. So you're just looking in on it. You do have to take your time and build it all up. That's what I'm thinking. The purple does kind of just make it all a bit muddy. I'm just using, this is just normal Whisper White cardstock. Cheap and cheerful. Now I'm just going to do the same for the base. I'm going to do the black. I'm going to close up my colours. I'm just going to leave it at that. And really messy, but these brushes are just brilliant. You can do this with sponges, you can do it with daubers, you can do it with anything. I'm just enjoying, the brushes are quite new to me and I'm enjoying, but for goodness sake, don't stop yourself from doing something just because you've not got exactly what I'm using or anyone else that you watch. You don't always have to have exactly the same thing. Yeah, rake your makeup bag and see what you've got that you could use. Guess I'll have to re-ink this fairly soon. You pop it on the white. I think putting it on the white and then on the black really makes it pop. Do you know what? A kitchen sponge chopped up will do the same job. What do you think? I'll do one more and then I probably need to get to bed. I'll stick them together at the end. Now the thing is, do I have a clean brush? Do you know what I'm going to have to get? If I'm going to do these bright colours, pineapple punch and the granny apple green, I think I need a sponge. And I think I've got a new sponge in here somewhere. Yeah. These brushes they need washed. So let me get a sponge and just show you it's. So let's go with this time. Yeah, the brushes are much smoother, but let's just prove that, you know, a sponge will do the same thing. So I've got pineapple punch, granny apple green, what else is bright that would go in there? A bit of Call Me Clover. And then we'll bring in the peacock around the edge. Let's go for that and see what happens. It's playtime, girls, that's all. Playtime. Right. And this time I will trim this to size before we even start, will I? Yeah. This is me getting in a mess now. A purple what? Rails, I'm not quite sure. I always like a really dark around the edge though. I could sit and make cards like this. Add some purple ink where? Around the edge as well. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe we can do a blobby one. Right, let's stamp our trees because they can be drying while getting the rest of the inks out. I will get the purple out. What do you think? Actual gorgeous grape or something like blackberry bliss? I don't even know if you can see the state I'm getting in. What a mess. Yeah, thinking that the blackberry would be just need a, it just needs, not quite there. Yay, that's fine. Right, put the lid on the ink. Give that a clean. I'll wash it in some soapy water when I'm done. Right. Right, let's get the blackberry bliss in and see what happens. A bit of drama tonight. I've just found my gorgeous grape lying open, so I think I better shut that. Right, where's my sponge? Jenny, never mind your desk, just play. Life's too short to worry about things like that. I say, do what makes you happy. Just chuck everything in a box or a bag out the way till you can be bothered sorting it. So I just cut my sponge up. I do like these Stampin' Up sponges. They are quite smooth. So I've cut that into 6. Oops. Oh, there we go. And then I've got one of these net things that you can zip, and I'll put them through the washing machine. Right, so we've got Blackberry Bliss, or Cuvée de Cassis, Pretty Peacock. Yes, you can do the trees afterwards. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I just kind of thought it would help me with my composition. Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and some Granny Apple Green. So we've got quite a lot. So we'll keep the dark colours out and we'll use the lightest first. Hi Janice. We're just having a good old play here. We've already done some really bright stuff. So we've done this one with the greens. We've done a beautiful winter's bright sky. And now we're doing something different. I'm not even sure what we're doing, but I'm covered. So I've got a pineapple punch. This time I'll maybe just do some blobs of colour around. Right, and because then whoops, really tight. Got a big pile of ink to put away when we're done. And I'm just going to keep the same sponge for this one, but then I'll change them all after that. So I'm just adding in some of the Granny Apple Green. Some amazing skies in my imagination. A bit more Granny Apple Green over here. You can go and you can do dabby things, or you can do circular. Blend over the other colours. I just like to play, Janice. Do you know what? It's a bit of paper. You try it out and either it works or it doesn't. Then let's get some Call Me Clover. It's a nice bright green as well. So I'll get some of that in here too. Just dabbing it in at first till I'm confident that I want it there. And I quite like the speckly effect you can get from just stippling, really. And then I'm just wanting to help start building up around the edges to get the darkness around the edge. I will bring whoops. See, the sponge is not quite as smooth as the brushes, so it gives you a completely different texture, which is great. And all these little, what I think sometimes feel like mistakes when the sponge slips or I've got too much on, it doesn't matter because there's no smooth skies out there. Okay, Randy, I don't use the Stays On cleaner. I just wash it with a bit of washing up dish soap, just in tepid water. I don't really mind if my stamps get stained. It shows I've used them. Right, I think that's enough Call Me Clover in there. And then we'll bring in some of this Blackberry Bliss for a bit of drama. I'm just going to take a clean sponge now. I'm going to load up my sponge a wee bit. Then I'm just going to bring some of it in. But then build it up around the edge. So it's kind of giving a warm streak on a cold sky there. I've not tried the alcohol to clean the Stays On. I will have a go at that because I've got some alcohol here. Look, this Blackberry Bliss is going in great here. The colours, are you seeing the effect there? The colours are pretty good actually. I'm liking the blobby look as well. There's so many ways that you can do this, ladies, so just play. Just get your inks and a bit of sponge. Just go under your kitchen sink and get a bit of kitchen sponge or something, or chop up somebody's bath sponge. I'm liking the way this one's going, and this was just like, it's almost multicoloured, that sky, isn't it? I quite like it. I don't know. But I'm just going to leave as is, actually. No, I wouldn't use alcohol on your clear stamps, you're quite right. But on the red rubber is pretty strong. No, you're right, Randy. These sponges are great. See the one that was Call Me Clover? I'm just going to use that for my pretty peacock to do the edge now. Just to give us a nice dark edge. I think when you do a very dark edge, it actually makes the brighter colours in the middle pop even more. I think we need a bit more colour down here. Where's my yellow one gone? I think that's my yellow one. Which pineapple punch? I think we need a bit more in here. The trees before I put the black. Just making this brighter, actually. It is actually, that pineapple punch is so nice and bright, isn't it? Right. I think we'll close these up, and then I'll finish this one and I'll make them up with the white framing, let you see. Yeah, it would look nice on a gift box, Janice. Right, in we go with the stays on. Here we go again. Messy Janice. So basically I'm just using my pad as a paint pad. Just make sure you're making contact with the bottoms of the trees so that grounds them. I think on this one I'm going to try edging this. I could mess this up, but I'm going to try to take the black right round. There we go. That's all right. Okay, right, I'm going to get my glue out, if I've got any left. I'm having a bit of a glue crisis. Which one's got glue in it? I think finally we can get some glue in the UK this week. Hi Ruth, didn't see you coming in. We've just been playing with ink. In honour of National Tree Week in the UK and the lovely winter skies that I've been seeing in Scotland. So there's one. I've just, once it's gripped it, I just put it upside down and give it a... That's actually okay, I'm liking that. Then another one, our first one that we did, with our pinks and oranges. I'm glad you're liking it, Linda and Randy. I honestly could play like this with sponges and inks and brushes forever and ever. Right, have I got any more black? Here's another black card base. Come on, Tombo, you've got a couple of days to last, that's all, and then we can get some more ordered. Oh, thanks, Janice. You're one of my best fans. You've been in my fan club for a while, haven't you? You're so supportive, and your encouraging comments make all the difference. If it wasn't for you people keeping us going and letting us know that you enjoy it, but sometimes we'd want to give up. Just been having a play. Some of the ladies suggested the colours after the first. I think I did the first colour combination, and then the ladies suggested the other ones. Ruth, come on, let's go. We did decide that with a white border, it looks like a photograph. Right, I need some black. What we got? I'm out of. Talk amongst yourselves while I get organised. Well, I'm just cutting another 2 card bases here, so that probably means I need to do a 4th card. What do you think? Today's the last day of National Tree Week, Ruth, in the UK. Oh, good idea, Janice. Right, oh, for goodness sake. I came in here to tidy up, and I also got some commissions to do, but guess what, I just ended up playing. I didn't actually realise it was National Tree Week. Somebody had told me that they were planting trees, and then a friend who's at Horticulture College, he's got an Instagram, and I was looking at his lovely photographs that he's been putting up. Good night, Ruth. I need to go to bed soon too. There we go. Sleep well. So there's the 3 cards that we've done. Thanks, ladies, for sticking with me. Like Ruth, I probably do need to go to bed too. So, I don't know, I just had a wee idea. Do you know the little deer from Snowfront? Where is Snowfront? It's disappeared on me. Oh, there it is. I just had a wee idea. Just thinking, I'm just going to try it. Not on all of them, just on one of them. What about this? I can never leave alone. I've always got to try something else. Oh, thanks, Janice. I'm just going to pop these wee deer here. Probably should have done it with the Stamp Practice in case they're not black enough, but just see if it takes. They're really atmospheric, aren't they? I need to take the black just up a wee bit because they're just not quite grounded. They're like they're floating. So I'm just going to just take in the corner, just, and it'll dry okay. It's just so that I know that looks a bit streaky, but it will dry out like the rest in a wee while. The wee deer in there, that works quite well, doesn't it? They might end up in them all. I'll see. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for coming along and craft. Well, just chatting to me while I craft. I've appreciated your company. Yeah, the deer just adds something to it, doesn't it? Makes you think of Bambi. Well, they're roaming free in the woods. "10 more pretzel boxes," Randy. Well, good for you. You're a trooper. I've got work that I should be doing. I've got quite a few Christmas commissions for cards, personalised ones. And I'm sure the people would like to have them now. But I just got caught up with other things today. But I'm at home on Wednesday. So I'll make sure to do my commissions before I do playing. Yeah, if you've got the deer or anything like that, I don't know what, even some of the birds flying, because you know how the birds like to roost at night. What about the birds? Well, there's birds in Sailing Home, there's birds in High Tide. Am I being daft now? This is me, I can't leave alone. I'm just going to stick some birds in one of them as well. It makes you think of the Alfred Hitchcock film, The Birds. Right, let's see. I mean, you could freehand draw some birds, do you know, the wavy lines that you learned to do at school. I'm going to put birds on this one, up above the trees here, because there's a bit streaky bit that I'm not too keen on anyway. You need to let us see these pretzel boxes, Randy. Pretzels are not something that I really eat. They could be Canadian geese, you're right. It could be anything. Kind of like them. Yeah, liking that. Okay then, ladies, I am going to tidy up now and go to bed. A busy day tomorrow. Thanks so much. I really appreciate your support. If you're watching and you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Really appreciate every subscriber and everyone that supports me here. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. I'm not sure how to switch this off, so Might be a long goodbye. Keep safe and keep warm, everyone.